Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint Germain family. A few days ago, I posted the video Project Haaland that talked about Paris Saint Germain are already looking ahead of getting Erling Braut Haaland. But that was obviously for like 3-4 years from now on when his release clause gets activated. I believe it was 2029, so 4 years from now on. But there's a player Paris Saint Germain wanted last summer and are back for it this summer and have already started everything regarding him and are heavily interested in him, and that's obviously Rodrygo of Real Madrid. Let's jump into reports. So the first one regarding Rodrygo to Paris Saint Germain is the following: breaking. PSG wants Rodrygo and will indeed make a move for the Brazilian this summer if he opens the door to leaving Madrid. From Abdallah Bulma. Again, all of these reports are extremely reliable. Rodrygo is one of the attackers PSG will be keeping an eye on in the summer of 2025, as the club could make a move for him. Furthermore, Nasser Khalifi's dream is to sign Rodrygo if an opportunity arises per Jamil. Nasser Khalifi's dream. At one point, PSG looked very seriously at Rodrygo for the summer. However, the Brazilians decided to stay at Real Madrid this summer, and that was from last summer. So Rodrygo, there was some potential departure from Madrid, especially with the arrival of Kylian Mbappe and Endrick. Not that Endrick is going to take his place, it's just more attackers at the club. Güler also, a very promising talent, will get more minutes and so on throughout time. But Paris Saint Germain wanted to bring Rodrygo last summer, but Rodrygo obviously decided to stay at Real Madrid last season, just for the season, nothing more than that. And talking about Rodrygo, before we go more in depth, I just want to show this report. Another one: 4 fights where PSG could take action this summer: Rodrygo, Salah, and Duran. What that means is Paris Saint-Germain are looking to strengthen the attack once again next summer, despite the rivals of doing the summer and Kvicha Kvaratskhelia this January transfer window. Duran has obviously been a top target. Salah, we're looking at him with possibly free agency this summer. But Rodrygo, he is the main man. Obviously, as the report mentioned, Nasser dreams of him, and I do believe that Rodrygo being a Real Madrid player does add up onto it. I think Nasser Khalifi, ever since losing Kylian Mbappe, that's a huge insecurity for him. We saw how much and pretty much everything he did to keep Mbappe as long as possible at the club. Mbappe obviously at the end left the club, and now he wants to, get a karma, get a hit back at Perez by signing Rodrygo from Real Madrid. I see this a bit difficult to happen because I don't think Madrid would sell to Paris Saint-Germain, and if they would definitely put an extra tax after, the bad relationship between the two clubs ever since 2021. Rodrygo, on the other hand, he's a player that could possibly want to leave Real Madrid. He's not in the starting lineup as much as before. Mbappe's arrival has definitely taken up his place, and especially with sometimes Madrid poor performances, they say, oh, we're going to switch here 4-3-3, or Bellingham is an attacker and this and that, which takes Rodrygo out of the starting 11. And I do think that Rodrygo is already thinking about potentially leaving Real Madrid this summer. The only thing for me is I don't know if Madrid would sell to PSG. They would say like 200 or nothing. That's my worries because of everything that happened between Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid ever since the Rodrygo stuff, and the relationship has not been fixed between the two clubs. So I still see this possible move extremely difficult to happen. Would Rodrygo want to join Paris Saint-Germain? 100%. If there's any club Rodrygo would go to from Real Madrid, it was obviously Paris Saint-Germain, especially with the relationship we've had with Brazilian players throughout our history, like Rai and Neymar being the most, prominent ones. Rodrygo would obviously want to make the switch. And I think with the current players, he would possibly be a starter, pretty much be a starter. I think Luis Enrique definitely values and likes Rodrygo's qualities. Very versatile, can play across the entire attack, extremely technical, could even play the false nine or a third man in midfield potentially. So like Lucho would want him, Campos would want him, Nasser would want him. The only thing for me that's potentially blocking this deal is Florentino Perez and Real Madrid. And I think it's that big of a stumbling block that it's very difficult for me to see this happening. But as we just read, Paris Saint-Germain extremely interested in Rodrygo, and I think out of all the names I've just mentioned, the Duran, the Salah, even other names like Isak, Martinez, Gyökeres, Osimhen, I think Rodrygo is the golden boy that Paris Saint-Germain would love to get. It's just extremely difficult. And yeah, at the moment it's very difficult for me seeing this happening. But yeah, I hope we get some more Rodrygo reports. even though I still see it very difficult. But we'll definitely come back to this summer. We'll definitely get more reports regarding Rodrygo to Paris Saint Germain in the summer transfer window. That's been it from my boy PSG. Let me know in the comments down below, would you guys take Rodrygo? And do you think this is realistic? Do you think Madrid would sell to PSG after everything that's happened between the two clubs? That's been it from my boy PSG. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. And as usual, على